The Northampton City Council recently approved a new climate action and project administration department. The department, created in coordination with the Northampton Climate Emergency Coalition, will help the city to achieve its climate and sustainability goals, including reaching carbon neutrality by 2030 as well as net zero carbon emissions by 2050. We spoke to members of the coalition as well as City Councilor Marissa Elkins about the creation of the new department and the steps it will take to fight the climate crisis.
The members of the coalition recognized that there was a real need for coordination among our city departments related to climate. And there was also a very strong need to have measurable objectives so that we could follow our city along and make sure that we were actually making progress and achieving our climate goals. And we were seeing the very strong need to communicate better with the public.
We actually consulted with other people in other towns around the state to seek their advice and input on how do you do this at the municipal level. And we followed, there were some very specific recommendations which we passed on. We refined them in a report, and we met with the mayor and city councilors and provided that information. So there were sort of best practices and recommendations. And one of those among those were to have a director level position or a high level position with authority, ideally a department.
It is really a top down, looking at all of our capital investments, all of the ways when we're considering rebuilding and or when we're considering building new buildings and rehabilitating old city buildings, also just our functions, like everything that goes into the Department of Public Works, and and in terms of getting our streets repaved and the machinery that we need to do that, and the vehicles and the ways we plan, city planning in terms of developments and what we're asking of developers to build in our cities and things like that. It's really looking comprehensively.
We're thinking that Northampton could really do some very outside the box, effective, creative work and can share it with other municipalities. People in other cities and towns were really excited about that. And so that's part of the vision, is to make this be something that really catches on.
The city is currently looking for a director to lead the new department. Thanks for watching and see you next week.